Hi, I'm Ian.
I'm Tig.
And we're here to talk about
what are we saying?
We were nearly there. And we're here to talk about
and we're here to talk about autism in comedy. The main stereotype that I think hinders me as a performer is the idea that autistic people aren't creative.
Perceived lack of humour in autistic people, perceived lack of creativity.
Neurotypicals are really rude is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, because people use the word autistic to mean like rigid. Our sketches often actually revolve around the people without autism who are talking about it, and we're kind of playing off their kind of misunderstanding of autism.
Stand-up comedy, I suppose, allows you to replay events and establish your own narrative over them. And for someone who's had so many social hiccups in the past, I think stand-up allows me a great way to kind of reevaluate that and take ownership of it in an empowering way.
One of my characters I presented the first time was Baroness Jessica, who was a benefactress. She's not quite sure what autism is, but her people tell her it's quite ghastly.
There was one event recently, I was doing a fundraiser where I made one particularly pointed joke about trains and people thinking I'm obsessed with trains, and a couple of people groaned in the audience, and I momentarily snapped and said, "Oh, shut up, you didn't have to live it." And they kind of there was a really surprised laugh and some applause after that, and I feel like "you didn't have to live it" really defines how I approach tension and laughter.
When I started stand-up, I was so afraid to get into the circuit because everyone on stage I saw seemed so supremely confident and so in control of themselves and so socially on point, and I really envied that. But the more I get into comedy, the more I realize that we're all kind of just winging it, and that most comedians are like that because they're extremely anxious people, and I think autistic people could benefit from that more than anyone else in the world.
I can say that our sketch can offer you monks, a sexy confession booth, and a sexy lab mouse. So if those are interesting concepts to you,
18 plus, by the way.
Please come along.